Hey, it's day 3 of the 5-day Amazing Lead Magnet Challenge, otherwise known as Hump Day, which means you're just one session away from getting over that halfway hump and getting your very own amazing lead magnet out the door. Yesterday you picked your topic, and today we're going to go one step deeper and find your 5-minute solution. This is exactly as it sounds. Your 5-minute solution is either a problem you can solve or a result you can get ideally in 5 minutes or less. And while your solution may take slightly longer than 5 minutes to deliver, I call it a 5-minute solution because the goal of a lead magnet is to give someone a quick fix. You want to scratch the itch, but not necessarily make the pain go away. Because the truth is, you can't provide a permanent solution in 5 minutes or less. Plus, until someone is investing all 4 currencies, time, information, energy, and money, they're not likely to do the work required to get a real result in their lives because they just don't have enough skin in the game. While someone may invest their time and information, until someone has paid you money, they're not likely to invest a huge amount of energy in implementing whatever you're sharing. We've just got too much else going on in our lives. That's why it's so important to think about your lead magnet from the perspective of providing a 5-minute solution that gives your leads a quick win. After developing dozens of amazing lead magnets over the years, I've learned that the best free gifts satisfy this amazing lead magnet checklist. They're easy to create. They're likely to attract the attention of the perfect customer for your product or service. They'll get the highest possible conversion rate from visitor to opt-in. I'm talking about a minimum of 30% and as high as 80%. They'll get the highest conversion rate from opt-in to sale. They can be consumed quickly, ideally in 5 to 15 minutes or less. You may notice that even in this 5-day challenge, I keep each video to less than 15 minutes. And finally, they can quickly solve a problem or get a result for someone that creates more desire for your paid product. This is also known as providing results in advance. For example, our session tomorrow is called Open the Gap, the 7 most effective next steps. And in that session, I'm going to show you 7 ways to connect your lead magnet to a paid offer so you can turn your leads into sales. However, what I know to be true is that most people doing this challenge won't have their paid offer locked and loaded. So while it is super valuable to define your lead magnet, it's even more valuable to define it in relation to a paid offer. So you're not just building your list, you're growing your business and your bank account. So I know that once you have success defining your lead magnet, you'll have more desire to want to figure out the next step for your leads. Makes sense, right? You've taken a little action, you've gained a little momentum, and you want to keep taking more action and gaining more momentum. Legendary marketing psychologist Robert Cialdini identified the principle of commitment and consistency. This is a mental shortcut we use to simplify our day-to-day decision making by using past actions and decisions as a reference for future choices. In other words, we have a bias towards acting in a way that's consistent with our initial action or thought. So when we commit to something, we prefer to stick with it as long as we don't feel threatened or start to feel like it's a lost cause. So if you can get your new leads taking action from the moment they subscribe, they're far more likely to keep taking action. That's why consumption is such an important part of the marketing cycle. If, in addition to attracting and converting people into your lead magnet, you can also get them to consume and take action on the content, they're much more likely to want to keep taking action with you, and you're much more likely to attract and convert them into your paid offer. So the idea behind your 5-minute solution is that you're inviting people to take a step that ultimately lands them on the doorstep of your paid offer. Or to use another metaphor, you can think of your lead magnet as an amuse-bouche that opens your taste buds for the first or next course, or in this case, the first or next sale. So let me give you some examples, starting as always with my own business. Back to the ultimate product pricing guide, how to price your products and services so people can easily say yes to you. Can you see how someone could ultimately choose a price for their product in 5 minutes or less? Absolutely. Now, how about the online course name generator? Can you see how someone could type some info into this tool and get some course name suggestions back in 5 minutes or less? Definitely. Now, what about the viral product checklist? how to attract and sell to the people most likely to buy from you. Could someone read the 10 core experiences in the checklist in 5 minutes or less? Yes. And while someone can't learn everything they need to know about these 10 core experiences in 5 minutes or less, and definitely can't implement these experiences in 5 minutes or less, remember, the goal is to scratch the itch, often providing the what and the why, but not necessarily the how, because that's what I do in my paid product. And until someone's investing their money, I can't expect them to invest a huge amount of time. Now for some student examples to put everything we've done together. The first one is from Mare Hill, who's in my year-long Momentum business building program. It's called Your Top 5 Time Wasters. It's a simple PDF reporter guide. It's in the mega niche of time management and productivity, and the micro niche is time wasters. The 5-minute solution is obvious from the title, Your Top 5 Time Wasters. This one amazing lead magnet enabled Mare to almost double her email list, and it also worked well to generate leads from Facebook ads. Now here's an example from Momentum student Marie Elizabeth Mali. 3 secrets to having more love and connection in your relationship. This is also a simple PDF guide or report. Remember, that's my top recommendation because it's the fastest, easiest way to get started. Her mega niche is sex, love, and intimate relationships, and her micro niche is relationship communication. And her 5-minute solution is the title, 3 secrets to having more love and connection in your relationship. Now it's your turn to come up with your 5-minute solution. Just remember our amazing lead magnet checklist. You're looking for something that's easy to create, likely to attract the attention of the ideal customer for your product or service, will get the highest possible conversion rate from visitor to opt-in, and the highest conversion rate from opt-in to sale, as well as something that can be consumed quickly, ideally in 5 to 15 minutes or less, and can quickly solve a problem or get a result for someone that creates more desire for your paid product. Now, you may not know what's going to have the highest conversion rate from opt-in to sale, but a good rule of thumb is the more specific, the better. And when it comes to choosing a topic that converts leads into sales, you want to solve a small problem that points to a larger problem that you solve with your paid offer. For example, I know that once you have an amazing lead magnet, you're going to want to understand how that lead magnet fits into your larger customer journey so you can turn those leads into sales. And that's a problem I solve at our upcoming Live Your Message Live event. But don't worry about that yet. Even if you're not 100% clear on your paid products, at this point, it's more important to get something done and out than to stay in what I call the stuck cycle. That's where you have an idea, then you proceed to overanalyze that idea, which leads to confusion, then procrastination, so you never really leave the idea phase, and you stay stuck in a cycle of overanalysis, confusion, and procrastination. Sound familiar? Instead, I recommend entering what I call the Iterate Your Way to Awesome cycle, where you have an idea and instead of overanalyzing that idea, you take action on that idea, which leads to clarity and momentum, giving you even better ideas, which lead to more action, more clarity, and more momentum, putting you in an upward spiral of growth. And that's what we want. My mission is to help you win the game of business. And the only way you can do that is by breaking the stuck cycle and getting into action. And speaking of getting into action, here's what you need to do right now. Download the worksheet for today's session, which you can get directly below this video. You'll see here at the top of the page, your Find Your 5-Minute Solution checklist. And like we always do, we start with step 1, review and confirm your mission for the session. Your day 3 mission, should you choose to accept it, is to identify your 5-minute solution and outline the first 3 parts of your amazing lead magnet using our fill-in-the-blank worksheet template. Remember, don't overthink this. Our goal is to get out of the stuck cycle and into the Iterate Your Way to Awesome cycle, where you can help real people and make real money. So once you've accepted your mission, it's time for step 2. Decide on your 5-minute solution. And you can see we've made space here for you to add your 5-minute solution. So pause the video right now and take a little time to come up with your 5-minute solution. Remember, this is a quick fix problem you can solve or a result you can deliver that creates more desire for your paid offer. Pause the video and do this now. Okay, welcome back. Now that you have at least an idea for a 5-minute solution, how would you like to outline your amazing lead magnet so you can create it as quickly as possible? Yes? Good. Because that's step 3, outline your amazing lead magnet so you can create it as quickly as possible. And to help you with that, I've got a super simple 4-part amazing lead magnet outline template for you, which you can see here in your worksheet. Let's take a closer look at this 4-part template now. Let's start with part 1. The first part of your amazing lead magnet is your cover. And this is simply the name of your lead magnet in bold type combined with a compelling image, whether that's a picture of you or something that evokes the topic of your free gift. Your cover is super important because you usually feature the cover on your landing page where you invite visitors to give their information in exchange for your free gift. You can design your own lead magnet cover using a free tool like Canva, or get a simple lead magnet cover designed for $5 on Fiverr.com. Don't let the how stop you from getting this done and out. My experience coaching over 10,000 students is that things are usually easier than we build them up to be in our heads. Plus, I'm here to help. Let's take a look here on your day 3 worksheet where you'll see a section for part 1 of your lead magnet. Simply enter the name of your lead magnet and any ideas you may have for cover images. And just below here, you can see I've also included some recommendations for where you can get free stock photos to make this part really easy for you. And tomorrow, I'll give you some resources for creating your landing page. Okay, moving on to part 2 of your amazing lead magnet, which is a brief 1-page intro that resells your free gift to your new lead. Because remember, consumption is an essential part of the marketing cycle. And most people make the huge mistake of assuming that just because someone gave you their information to get your free gift, they're going to give you their time and energy too. I mean, have you ever signed up for a free report or a webinar, then didn't read that free report or attend that webinar? Absolutely. And that's what I call a lead magnet fail. Because if someone signs up for your lead magnet and they don't consume it, they're not likely to take the next step with you. And I want to help you build your business by quickly turning leads into buyers and not just build a list of looky-loos or tire kickers. That's why part 2 is so important. This intro section normally includes the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. That's who you are and who they are. What they're about to read or consume, in other words, your 5-minute solution, when they should do it, which is of course right now. You want to create urgency in your intro. Where they're going to do it, which is of course inside your free gift. You can even point out specific page numbers or a section of your gift where they'll find something particularly compelling. And then finally, exactly why they need to read your report, guide, checklist, or whatever format you chose on day 1 right now. You can get to the why by linking your free gift to a specific problem it will solve or result it will deliver for your perfect customer. Okay, so that's part 2, and don't worry, it's all laid out for you here in the worksheet in a fill-in-the-blank template, so you can quickly fill in the who, what, when, where, and why behind your free gift, and you're ready to go. When you use this worksheet, your lead magnet will virtually write itself. Next up, we have part 3, which is your main content, the meat and potatoes of your lead magnet. This is where you actually deliver your 5-minute solution. So for example, if you have 3 secrets, you would simply name each secret and write a few paragraphs or a page on each secret. I just recommend starting each section of your content with a headline so people can quickly skim your free gift without reading everything. So for example, Marie Elizabeth has secret number 1, ask directly for what you want. Secret number 2, check your criticism and complaints. And secret number 3, remember you're on the same team. You'll see in the worksheet here that there's room for up to 7 pieces of content, each with a headline and body copy. Now, if you have 5 time wasters like Mayor Hill does, you could put 1 to 2 time wasters per page. As you can see, part 3 tends to be the simplest part of your lead magnet to create because this is your content. This is where you shine. Just as long as you don't overthink it. Keep things simple, which is easier for you, easier for your perfect customer, and ultimately better for your business. Finally, part 4 is your next step or call to action. And we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Today, we're just focused on outlining those first 3 parts. Based on this template, your lead magnet would be about 5 to 10 pages, which most people could read within 5 to 15 minutes. So we're on track. Now, if instead of a PDF, you chose a simple audio or video training, you would have the same 4 parts of your lead magnet. But instead of a PDF cover, you would create some kind of image to represent your free gift, perhaps on an iPad, a computer, a cell phone, or even on a CD or DVD cover like this example. Then, the next 3 parts would simply be spoken rather than written, so you can outline it on our worksheet template just as you would a PDF. And yes, you want to keep your audio or video to around 5 minutes, and ideally no more than 15 minutes. It's as easy as that. You can outline your amazing lead magnet in just 5 to 10 minutes and write or record your entire lead magnet in 1 to 5 hours. Before you think, but Marisa, this is going to take me an entire week, let me introduce you to Parkinson's Law, which is the observation that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. So if you give yourself 10 minutes to outline your lead magnet and 5 hours to write it, you'll get it done in that time frame. But if you think it's going to take longer, it will take longer. One business success principle is to let simple things stay simple. A lead magnet is only challenging and complex when you don't have a proven roadmap to follow. But since you're taking this challenge with me, I've got you covered. Just follow my instructions step by step and you'll have your lead magnet done and out and collecting leads in no time. Now, before we wrap up today, there are 2 more important steps in your Find Your 5-Minute Solution checklist from your worksheet. Step 4 is all about sharing the name of your lead magnet or 5-minute solution plus headlines in the Facebook group thread for a chance to win the daily prize of a $100 Amazon gift card. Read 10 other people's name and headlines and thumbs up the ones that are clear and specific. This will help you fine-tune your marketing radar and maybe even give you some ideas for improving your own lead magnet. You can see this is all outlined for you here in the worksheet, along with a link to the specific Facebook group thread. And finally, step 5 is to check off your experience points to get your dopamine flowing. In other words, let's get you some XPs. As always, you get 1 XP for watching this video and 2 XP for completing the worksheet for today's session. So make sure to confirm your topic and outline the first 3 parts of your lead magnet in your worksheet today, because tomorrow we're going to discover the 7 most effective next steps you can invite your lead to take so you can turn subscribers into buyers fast. I'll also recommend some quick ways to get a landing page designed so you can start collecting leads as soon as possible. Can't wait to see you then. Hasta mañana.